You don't need a gut reset, nor do you need another 28-day detox diet. And you sure as hell don't need what that influencer on your social media newsfeed has told you that you need to balance whatever is at an imbalance with inside your body. Now, that's only me naming a few of the things that are being pushed to you on a daily basis as a woman who is trying to lose fat. You get told that you are broken. You get told that your hormones are broken. You get told that your gut needs to be reset. You get told that it's your cortisol that is exceptionally high. Or wait, maybe it's your thyroid that needs to be reset. Or maybe you need a 28-day reset program for your polycystic ovary syndrome. And honestly, I'm sick and tired of seeing all this fake and false information being wrapped up into 6-week programs and pushed towards those people who are desperate to lose weight. Nowadays, social media health and fat loss influencers are making you feel broken so that you can buy into their ridiculously overpriced program to solve a problem that you don't even have, but they've made you believe that you have. And the more you buy into these things and the more you believe what you see online, the longer it's going to take for you to actually see health and fat loss results. On that note, welcome to this episode of the Mandy Meyer podcast. As per usual, this is the Health and Fat Loss podcast where I call a spade, where I give you the information that you have to hear and not necessarily the information that you want to hear. And oftentimes I get told that my message or the delivery of my message is a little bit too harsh, which I don't agree with. The only reason it might seem harsh is because I'm not sugarcoating it and I'm not wrapping up your inconsistency as a gut health problem, or I'm not wrapping up your lack of planning or your lack of systems as an imbalance in something in your body. No. I'm calling a spade so that you can get your shit together so that you can see results. Because at the end of the day, that's what you want. And what I say might not be easy to listen to. The truth bombs might hit a sensitive spot, but in 6 weeks' time, in 6 months' time, in a year's time, in 2 years' time, you are going to be super thankful and grateful that I told you what you needed to hear and not what you wanted to hear. Listen, let's cut to the chase here. I'm not saying that high cortisol isn't a thing. I'm not saying that polycystic ovary syndrome can mean that you struggle with weight loss. I'm not saying that you don't have gut issues or gut problems. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is those are not the main reason as to why you are not losing weight. Would something like that make it a little bit more difficult? Yes, it would. There's no denying that. But not everything needs a 21-day reset, or not everything needs a 6-week balancing program. Ultimately, at the end of the day, what you need to be focusing on is your consistency, your planning, and your systems when it comes to your food choices and your movement on a daily basis. You cannot be smashing out your daily non-negotiables for 5 days a week from Monday to Friday, and then go totally apeshit crazy on the weekend, overindulge in absolutely everything, and then say, oh, but you're not losing weight because you need to reset your gut. No, you need to reset your planning and your structure for the weekends so that you are consistent over 7 days and not only 4 or 5 days. And maybe you have higher levels of cortisol. And by the way, the only way to know that is not guess and not assume, but rather go to the doctor and get tested for it so that you have evidence on paper when you see your results. I could try and sell you a 28-day fix your cortisol levels and lose weight program. And I can almost assure you now, I will get hundreds of signups. Because number one, I'll make you believe that there's an issue with your cortisol and that is the reason that you can't lose weight. And then I will slide into your newsfeed like the hero and be like, don't worry, but I have a program that can solve that for you. And then you'll be like, oh my goodness, how did she know? Where did she come from? Meantime, it was me creating the narrative as I was manipulating you into thinking your higher levels of cortisol is your problem. Again, let me call a spade a spade. It's not your higher levels of cortisol, if you have high levels of cortisol, that leads to fat gain. It's how you manage stress that leads to whether you remain within a calorie deficit or if you overconsume food during stressful moments that lead to you consuming more calories than you should be if fat loss is your goal. So again, it's not a cortisol problem. It is how you manage your stress that dictates the amount that you eat or the amount of movement that you get on a daily basis, which ultimately dictates the amount that you are eating. Ever heard of the term stress eating or emotional eating? When people are super stressed, they oftentimes turn to overindulging in food, especially fun foods. So instead of buying into a 28-day reset your cortisol program, you should be looking at, okay, how do I create healthier habits? And how do I put systems in place that will help you manage your stress and help you control your cravings during a stressful period? You see, the thing here is, and actually the thing that many people don't want to hear, for fat loss to take place, you would need to create a healthier lifestyle. And a healthier lifestyle involves healthier food choices, along with adding movement such as cardio and resistance training or strength training, all on a consistent basis to your daily plan, to your weekly plan, to your monthly plan, actually to your lifelong plan. The only way you are going to lose fat or gain fat is, number one, to lose weight is to be within a calorie deficit. And number two, to gain fat is to be within a calorie surplus. There is no other way around that. Now, having certain issues can affect the way that you adhere to your daily calories. It can affect the way that you adhere to your daily movement or exercise plan. It can affect your sleep, and that can affect your appetite hormones. So as you can see, there are multiple different influencing factors when it comes to the adherence of your calorie goals. But to stick to your calorie goals, you don't need a gut reset program. You sure as shit also don't need another detox of 21 days. And I can tell you now, and I'm not just saying this to butter you up because I have no reason to butter you up, you are not broken. Don't let anyone make you believe that you are broken just so that they can sell you their products. The only thing that might be slightly broken, chipped and cracked in certain areas is your planning, your structure, your systems, and your consistency. But the beauty of that is that can be fixed with some super glue. And by super glue, I mean some proper planning from your side, along with some self-reflection from your side to see where you can make tweaks and where those changes can be implemented into your daily plan or your daily routine. A mindset shift from I need a quick fix to I'm ready to do this for the rest of my life is going to be the game-changing program that you need. And by program, I mean program. You need to program your mindset to think in that manner so that you can actually start creating consistency. A lot of the times, the reason why there is a lack of consistency from maybe your side or anyone else's side is because maybe you are hopping from one fix your gut health program to, oh my goodness, I have high cortisol, let's jump on a 21-day program, or starting a 28-day diet and then jump into a total different diet 6 weeks later. It is impossible to create consistency when you are hopping from one diet to detox to diet to detox. And that is why I'm telling you today, you don't need a different diet every single week. You don't need a different detox plan. You don't need a different fix what's broken with me 28-day program. You need to create healthier habits and you need to create consistency within the execution of your healthier habits. And then stick to doing that for more than 28 days, for more than 6 weeks, for more than 6 months. You need to be giving yourself a minimum of 1 year, and you need to be patient as you execute your actions that are going to bring about your results. And as I mentioned, there could very well be different influencing factors that do make it a lot harder. But again, that doesn't mean that you are broken. It doesn't mean that it is impossible for you to see progress on your health and fat loss expedition. It just means that you might need to be a little bit more pedantic or rigid with your plan to create higher levels of consistency. And that can be difficult. I get that. I understand that. But always remember, something that is worth having or something that is really important for you to achieve, it's not going to be easy, especially not as easy as a 21-day reset or a 28-day balancing what. Now, I know you might be thinking, oh, but Mandy, you launching a 4-week program on the 4th of August. What makes that different to any other program that is being sold to us? Well, here's the thing. My program is the unsexy truth. That's pretty much what it is. Over the duration of the 4 weeks of the program, it's going to see you creating healthier habits. Nutritional habits, movement habits, and mindset habits. And while these habits over the 4 weeks will be the foundational phase of you starting your health and fat loss expedition, with the key focus being on building healthier habits and creating a healthier lifestyle. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you like I usually do. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep being kind to yourself. Much love, your friend who honestly just wants the best for you so that you can start seeing results. Mandy.